is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boulder in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friendly.
There is an eagle flying.
Hey everybody, welcome to Heavy Friending for this week. I hope your week's going to be good.
I do too.
Well, not yours, but the viewers. Well,
then
yours
I hope
too.
your week sucks.
Well, yours too, but just I was talking to not you.
Fine, it's fine. I'm not even fazed by it anymore.
So my name's Joe Barlow alongside Laura Lee Bishop.
I wanted to say my own name
Why?
because I want to be part of the intro too.
You
I want to be a part of it too. I'm part of this podcast too, Joe. Okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Well, I want you to be a part of this intro too.
So should I tell them why we're here? Let's start at the beginning.
What?
Two strangers attempting to form a meaningful friendship through various activities.
Yeah, read the descriptions, you friggin'.
Yeah, read the description. Go back, definitely go back to the first episode and listen from the beginning because this friendship is an evolution.
And decide who you like better. Me?
I'm not very likable, so they'll probably will like you better.
Oh.
I grow on you.
I think people like you because they, there's that force pushing them away, which
Like
is your personality.
Great,
and then,
great.
And then you're kind of drawn to it in a strange way. You know what I'm saying?
You came to my show this weekend
Yeah.
by yourself, which
Yeah, I didn't want to go at all.
That was a huge deal that you did that. It meant a lot to me. I'm not kidding.
I was just like, oh, yeah. Actually, you know what I thought? I was like, well, it'd probably be nice to go. She wants to make sure the venue's full. And I was like, oh, I should do that.
It was really nice of you to come.
Well, cool. Yeah, I'm great. And, it's an honor to be nominated.
So today, guys, we are going to answer listeners' questions. We asked you on Twitter what you wanted to ask us. It could be anything at all. And we got a lot of great responses.
And how many questions did we get?
Oh, man. I mean, there were thousands.
And
I had to I really culled them down to just the best questions.
Wow, you culled them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
From
Love to cull
thousands
things.
down to what? 13?
Probably about like 6 or 7.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a huge cull.
Well, because I really wanted to spend time on the questions. I didn't want to just breeze through. I wanted to get into it.
Well, some of them probably...
That could be the name of the segment. Joe and Laura get into it. And we could play some sexy music in the background.
I don't know, because,
And
we could just call it the viewers speak.
I thought you were going to say The View. I was like, that's taken. But
I like that show.
ugh,
Because
I
I
hate it.
value women's voices. Oh, so you don't.
Hate it.
You
Just
don't.
a bunch of broads screeching at me.
That's what I like.
Nobody wants to hear what they have to say.
I think they should be heard.
No, I don't. I just don't like it because I think none of them are informed about things. Like they just say the most asinine things, like they're fact and they're not, and it bugs me.
And the real problem is, if any of them were really worth listening to, they'd probably have their own show. Like you would never see Oprah on that panel
like us.
because Oprah's the goddess.
Yeah, she doesn't need 4
she doesn't
people.
need other people's opinions. It's like Oprah has the right opinion.
Also, I just don't like the formula of it. Like I'm going to say a conservative thing, and now I'm going to say a liberal thing, and then we're going to go back and forth.
And Joy, she jokes when
Well,
Joy.
I like
no,
Joy,
hold
though.
on. She just gets in there, and she always has a witty retort.
I love it. I love it. That is, she is the one redeeming quality.
Well,
of
and
the View.
Whoopi, Whoopi. Hi, I'm Whoopi.
Oh,
Is that her voice?
no, that sounds like the dad on Independence Day of Jeff Goldblum.
How could I know that reference? How could I?
He talks like this.
He was on
How could
Hairspray.
Harvey Weinstein.
No, but that's what I was.
No, it's
that's
something
what was
like
in my
that.
head. Harvey
It's,
Weinstein. So that's why I
it's,
couldn't say his name. It's
is it
Harvey.
Harvey-
Wall something.
Harvey.
We're just like the ladies on The View right now.
He was
talking
in
about shit we don't know
Mrs.
about.
Doubtfire.
And we're both pulling out our phones
Hold
because we
on, it's
gotta
a
know.
race. What's his name? Shoot. Oh, I'm already going to
I typed in Harvey and Harvey Weinstein came up.
I'm typing in Mrs. Doubtfire. Here we go. Oh,
All right.
You've given up?
Yeah. Well, I just.
Cast. Okay. Cast.
Why didn't you do Independence Day cast?
Because I didn't know him there.
He plays Jeff Goldblum's dad.
Harvey Firestein.
That's it. Harvey Firestein. That's who your Whoopi was.
Wow. That took a long time, and it was worth it. And that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen. We're going to have a question.
Yep.
Or you're going to, something's going to be questioned, and we're going to answer it either with our brains or with our phones.
Or with our hearts. I didn't go where I usually go.
I thought you were going to. That's why I was raising my eyebrow.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and I said, Laura, be clean today.
Yeah, because that's what they want.
They want me to do that so then that they can call me, trash.
Let's get to the questions.
All right, here we go. Ooh, these are good questions too, guys. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting more comical questions and people to make fun of us or mainly make fun of you, But I
think
they asked real questions.
Wow, and you called them.
I called them down. Okay, so this question comes from Ashley Bellman, 22. Great name. Never heard of her.
You don't have to
Sure,
compliment.
she's a great guy.
Guy. Oh, well, Ashley could be a guy's name or a girl's name.
Don't be a gender police. Okay.
Oh,
Ashley's question is, he asks, if you had to pick one popular show to bond with a potential new friend about, what would it be and why? What a great question. He sounds like a reporter of some sort.
New show?
Popular show.
Oh, popular. Oh.
Ooh, that puts a spin on things because the things I like usually aren't popular. Because I was going to say the Showtime original reality series, Gigolos, but that's not that popular.
Well, it's popular with
the late night crew.
Yeah. But actually, that helps me because then I can narrow it down and I go, I've watched shows so I can talk about them at work because I want to be a part of the conversation.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So the two shows.
Lost.
Not Lost. I did Westworld.
Oh, so good.
So good. I also did Game of Thrones.
Aren't you glad you did
So
it?
I'm fully caught up. Well, but I caught up after.
I can hear my stomach growling.
Is that your stomach?
Yes, it's growl audibly. I can hear it.
Did you have Brussels sprouts?
No, it's not. It's growling out of hunger, not out of digestion.
I think I'm having a lot of digestion problems, but I've been eating a lot of Brussels sprouts. So it's like, who can say?
It's the Brussels sprouts. I can say.
Do you remember?
That you were okay. Here's an aside. Joe came to my show this weekend.
I was so proud to have eaten Brussels sprouts.
Did we talk about you coming to my show?
Yeah.
It was super nice.
Yeah. It was nice. You said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brussels sprouts. I like to just a little spritz of olive oil, some salt and pepper. Keep it simple, guys.
I'm glad you didn't put any garlic on them.
400 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes.
Now it's a cooking podcast.
Well,
That's the thing about this podcast, though, is you're going to get a little bit of everything, guys.
You want to know how to make your breath smell like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah. So Joe is sitting next to me, and he is talking to me in this crowded club.
In the club.
And he's burping Brussels sprouts into my mouth and nose.
Okay. No. No.
I was eating Brussels sprouts.
Okay, I would burp, but I would turn my head like a polite gentleman.
So strong.
But it was so strong, I could smell it like it was overpowering me. And I was like, wait, can you smell that? And you're like, yeah, it's really powerful. And I think I did it to some other people because you can't help it because Brussels sprouts, scientifically speaking, create
gas
and that's in you.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to get out for any way it can.
Did you eat any today?
No,
we got to get you on some new vegetables so you can change it up.
But I just learned how to do it this way, and I like it.
I've noticed that you get on a habit of something, like you really latch on to something.
Well, you were saying we're talking about your dog, and you're like, oh, what a terrible life. You eat the same thing, you eat twice a day. I'm like, yes.
That's what you
want.
want.
I'd love that. If it was food I liked.
Well, we're not going to let you eat Brussels sprouts twice a day because we can't have you polluting the environment like that. It's outrageous. If the burps are what they are, I don't want to know about the rest of it.
It's exciting is what it is. You don't know what's going to happen next. Kind of like this podcast.
All right. This next question comes from Special K 1803. I love to wonder about these numbers. What do they mean?
I wonder about the Special K part. Is that the cereal or the drugs?
Maybe both. You can like the cereal and the drugs.
It's true.
Sure. So Special K1803 asks, how do you handle a friend who divulges a confidence? Oh. I love the word divulges. It's like a mixture of bulge and vulva.
You shouldn't work for Sesame Street.
Ooh, that would be a great word. And the word of the day, guys, it's a combination.
And then you sing a little song.
Yeah. Sure. It'll be a little like that. Actually, it'll be a little like this. And then I'm going to put a song there.
Okay.
Hey, all you kiddos, listen up. The word of the day is divulge. It's a fun combination of my favorite words, vulva and bulge. A bulge is a swelling protuberance or a euphemism for dick. The vulva is external female genitals like the labia and clitoris. Silly Billy, I didn't even explain what divulge means.
Good job.
What do you do, Joe? I tell you what I do.
Yeah, please.
Done. Cut off. That's it.
You kill him.
Yeah, dead. They're gone. Nobody ever hears from them again.
I've seen Scarface.
You go on TV and you cry and say, I don't know what happened. Meanwhile, they're disintegrating in a vat in your garage, you know?
Yeah.
Got to disintegrate them.
To me, it depends on the level of confidence that they've divulged.
Yeah.
So, if it's a minor one, break their kneecaps. Something a little more serious, you cut their brake lines.
Sure.
A little more serious, kidnap family
Pull
and
their
friends.
teeth, all their teeth out.
Oh, well, that's
while they're alive.
then the teeth, and then buried alive.
That's how I would do it too. Great. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Cool. No, I mean, but seriously, yeah. You might
For
have to
me,
just talk to them about
I'm
it.
just full of shit
If
because-
you really like the person, you would want to work it out.
Yeah, I'm full of shit because I'm the kind of person where if someone apologizes to me, it's like, fine, we're over it.
My other secret to life is not telling people my secrets. That's
that's another thing.
They won't be able to tell anyone.
There's only a couple people I tell things to, and that's like my mom, my sister.
Well,
I won't say the others because I don't want anybody to be pressing them for information on me, especially like paparazzi and stuff.
If you, let's say your mom or your sister
And John.
divulged a confidence, what do you do to them? Because you're not going to kill them.
I don't see why you couldn't. People kill their family all the time, Joe.
That's true. Actually, it's more common that you would kill family.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Good matricide.
So they'd be dead.
Yep.
All right. Next question.
Next question comes from at Chase Studdard. Yeah.
Okay.
And he actually asked two questions, or she. Chase could be.
Yeah. Do we have to say that for everything now?
No, we don't. We don't have to continue that. I believe it's a male. Joe's sick, just so for the listener. He's really ill, but he's hanging in there.
Yeah, I drank all this tea though. Do you have any tea bags here?
I do have tea bags. We'll be right back after this break, guys. Joe needs some tea.
Everyone
bags.
get a tea bag and let's tea bag together.
Pulling mine out now.
Yeah, it's bigger than I thought.
Hi, guys. Laura Lee here. No Joe. Oh, God, it feels good to say that. No Joe. It feels free. It feels like I can do anything, say anything, sing anything, really. And speaking of singing, we had a song today, the Divulge song. And if you liked that song, if you want to play that song for your children, perhaps for someone who has a limited vocabulary, it's so educational and informative. All you have to do is find us on Patreon, patreon.com/heavyfriending, and pledge $5, and you will get a copy of this amazing song. Yes, that is right. You heard it correctly. Find us, patreon.com/heavyfriending, become a patron today, and get your copy of the Divulge song now. Hi, guys. We're back. That was a really weird break we had to take, but Joe had a coughing attack, and he's just frail, and he's sick right now, and he needed his little friend Laura to take care of him and make him a cup of tea.
This is like a nice thing a friend might do.
I did make him a cup of tea.
But I brought my own tea bag and made green tea when
Always
I got
bring
here.
your own tea bags.
And I like my tea better than your tea bag.
Oh, so you like your own tea bag? You like your own flavor better than
Well, you
other
kind of get
people's?
accustomed to your own, and it's like, what is this other person's?
Some people won't taste their own, but I think it's great that you're adventurous enough to give it a whirl.
What are you talking about? They don't taste their own.
Some people don't like to taste their own, They just like to taste others.
Why would you
Tea
have
bags.
tea if you weren't going to taste it?
I agree. I 100% agree. Why would you?
Although I guess some people put tea bags on their eyes, and then that's
Some
supposed to
people
be
put them
good
in their
for the skin.
mouths, and some people put them all over. Slap them on things.
But it's supposed to be good for your skin, right?
I'm sure it could be certain scenarios.
I guess it depends on the blend.
Coarse, fine,
No,
freshly.
I don't mean like the. Well, I guess that would factor in, but I was thinking of like what are the tea leaves?
Let's get into the questions, though. That's what the listeners really want to hear.
Okay.
So we were saying,
Yeah, we
Chase,
haven't answered much.
we haven't. We're going to. We're going to. This
Yeah.
next question comes from Chase Studdard.
Okay.
He says, "What are your requirements for friendship?
Mm-hmm.
I.e., seeing one another a certain number of times a week, sharing personal details, etc."
Okay.
Earlier, you talked about what a friend means, but how would you define it?
Okay, there's a lot. Let's unpack this.
Ooh, let's get in that suitcase and
I kind of hate when people
Organize
say,
a
let's
little.
unpack this.
I don't know if I hear people say that very much.
No, they say it.
Probably in your industry. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
they
when they
love-
ask those really hard questions.
Yeah. So what was the first part of it?
What are your requirements for friendship?
Oh yeah, he said time limits. I mean, it's not about, a number in a week. You know what I mean? It's about
Although you and I are working on
what feels
a few
right.
a week at this point. I gotta say, I'm seeing you more than I'm seeing some of my best friends.
Well, what does that say?
I don't know. I guess it says something.
Well, but I have the relationship with a lot of my friends where I don't need to see them.
But if you're seeing someone a lot, Joe, maybe that's an indication that you're friends. Okay? Huh?
Or you have a
or
podcast.
you're busy. Yeah. I know. I knew you were going to say that. It's just doesn't you shoot me fucking down.
We have seen a lot of each other though. It's been
Yeah, and you came to
probably
my show and it
4 or
was
5
not
times.
for the podcast.
Okay. The definition.
nice
He
thing
wants
for
the
a friend.
definition of friendship.
I would define friendship as someone you can count on. Like, if your car breaks down on the side of the road, can you call them? And you know what? I think that if I was stranded on the side of the road and none of my friends answered the phone, I could call you and you would come pick me up.
Yeah. Yeah. No one told you life was going to be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love life's DOA.
Oh, man.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. Mm-hmm. I'll be there for you.
Do we have to pay for this?
Like I've been. Did you see me spit out?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's the definition of a friend.
Yeah. Well, it's true. You would be there for me.
Your love life's DOA.
And hey,
But your friend didn't care.
your friend don't guys. And that's what you can take away from the brilliant response to
Was that worth
question.
me reading those lyrics to that theme song?
Well, you mean you looking at your phone while I tried to talk? And
What about this
the
one?
awkward pauses. I don't know if it was worth it, but
Making your way in the world today takes
everything
everything
you
you
got.
got.
it does too. God, in the world today. I mean, that's even more relevant now.
How about this one?
In the world today.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running.
God, we should put out an album.
That was really good.
Heavy Friending sings the friendship hits. It's a pretty good idea, Joe.
The friend.
Any songs about friendship, we do
hit.
covers of our own
There's a lot of
versions.
them because it's meaningful to people.
It is. Friendship means a lot.
I don't get it, but
Chase also asked, it's a 2-part question.
okay.
He says, hey there, longtime listener, first time caller. What a funny guy, huh?
Okay.
I love it. 2 questions. 1, how many friends does Joe have? 2, how many friends, in quotations, does Joe have? I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
First of all, if you can count your friends, you probably don't have that many, right?
Maybe that's why he thinks you could name a number.
Oh, you think he was saying
Can you
that.
count your enemies?
I think I only have maybe 1 or 2 real good enemies.
Ooh, really? Let's talk about that.
Maybe 3.
Ooh, okay. Let's get into it.
Well, I can't
me a
because
rundown.
some of them I
Okay,
currently...
but you don't have to give details, but just why are they your enemies? What did they do to you?
Well,
Did they sleep with
they
your
would
wife?
say it's
Did
what I
they-
did to them, probably.
Ooh. So really, they're not your enemies as much as you are their enemy.
I don't really have problems with people, but I think
I just do
sometimes
things to make people hate me.
I think my behavior is misinterpreted sometimes. I think
no.
if people
treacherous territory.
what
What do you mean?
I think that
Keep your hands to yourself, Joe.
no,
Okay?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like I think I do things usually in the spirit of humor and good fun.
Mm-hmm.
But if the other people that may be involved or witness these things, they may not think it's funny.
Right.
So I can't say too much more. Well, I'll fine. I ran for student body president.
Okay.
Because I feel like I had to say that because you would be like, why are you, harassing people? I ran for student body president kind of as a joke.
Right.
But then the people who took it seriously, and they didn't like someone making fun of
so you're not
this thing.
allowed to run for student body president?
Well, I sort of invented the Trump method of running for president.
Just being a giant joke.
Just
and knowing
being
nothing,
belligerent and talking about your TV show.
threatening other countries and nuclear
No, I didn't really.
war.
I threatened other universities because it was college.
Oh, you ran for student body president in college.
Yeah, they wrote articles about me, and there was like an article, and it really, now that I think about it, it was very Trumpian because there were articles that were like, "Does Trump even want to win?" And they wrote articles about me, like, "Does Joe even want to be
And
student
did
body
you?
president?" No, I ran because I had a talk show in college,
Let me ask this.
and I thought it would be funny for an episode.
Did you actually want to win? And then when you didn't win, you said it was all a big joke?
No, what I said was the whole time it would be funny to win.
Yeah.
But it would also be funnier for the show to lose. I ended up getting like 9% of the vote, which I think is a very funny number too.
69 would have been funnier, but
Well, that would have been the
Ooh, what
winner.
a feat.
That would have been the winner. So,
that's true. That's true.
but yeah, so
So-
like it's things like that where like I think I'm doing something innocent and
Well,
good
I'm going
fun.
to tell you what a friend does, and I'm about to show you what a friend does.
Okay.
Your enemies are now my enemies. So I want to know who these people are. We'll talk because I'm against them now too. And you know what? Who runs for student body in fucking college, okay? They deserve to get made fun of. They had it coming to them. And I got your back, bud. All right? I got your back.
I
We're
don't
gonna go
want
jump those nerds.
I was saying I
We're
don't
gonna
really
go
have enemies. I don't
fuck them
want
up.
to fight them. I don't really care.
Yeah, we're going to get them good. All right, next question.
I understand their perspective and I respect it.
This question comes from the Ari Drew. What is one activity
Are you sure
think,
it's not Thari Drew?
Ooh,
or Thierry? Thierry Drew?
Oh, it may be. Thierry Drew. What is one activity you think has really brought you closer together so far? Also, you should do a sequel to the Getting Drunk episode. Fan favorite, that one has been.
It's funny because that's our least favorite.
It's my least favorite.
'Cause it was
Yeah,
very painful.
The next day, I shivered all day, and then I watched that movie Okja, and it was just so sad.
I don't know what that is.
So I was like shaking and sobbing.
Do you think most people know what that is?
Yeah, it was on. It was a big Netflix original movie.
I don't have Netflix.
You have your parents' Showtime. I know that much.
I got Showtime and Hulu.
Yeah, that's good. That works. So an activity that really brought us closer together.
I think it was the wedding one
The wedding did bring us pretty close.
because that seemed like jumping ahead by a lot of spaces
Yeah.
where we,
And something changed. Something is not the same. That's wicked. Don't you know about musical theater and stuff? Come on, nerd.
not really.
No.
I guess while you were into that, I was like, I don't know, smoking cigarettes, wearing
Smoking
leather
cigs,
jackets,
yeah.
riding a motorcycle without a helmet.
Ooh, yeah. Tell me more. Give me a visual.
Growing a little mustache.
No, I'm off of it. I think that, the wedding definitely brought us closer together. And I would say that the shooting the music video brought us pretty close together. Physically.
Certainly nothing brought us closer than that physically.
That's true, except when you did burp those Brussels sprouts into my face, I felt like we were one.
Yeah, that was like you being...
You were a part of me.
You got to experience inside
of you. Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one way to really become closer is to have one of your friends eat a bunch of Brussels sprouts and then inadvertently burp into your face.
Well, the nice thing, maybe we should have a Brussels sprouts episode where I'll make my signature sprouts and then we'll both burp on each other. And it's like we're...
that's probably some weird form of porn that's
we're
out
like
there already.
misfrizzling
like Brussels
each other.
porn is probably a thing.
I think they should call it misfrizzling because they went inside Ralphie, remember?
Yeah, Miss Frizzling. You probably that is going to be on Pornhub soon. It's going to be at the very top on one of those little sections you can click on.
Yeah.
Next question. This comes from Kristen CC11. Ooh.
What? Why are you saying ooh?
Oh no.
No one's ever going to write in again.
why.
CC?
Yeah. She says, if you were a professional baseball player, what would your walk-up song before going up to bat be?
First of all, I'm flattered.
Mine would be Fireman by Lil Wayne.
How does that
I'm
go?
going to go with that. The fireman, he goes, shh, the fireman coming. And then the alarm goes.
Do
and he's
baseball players get the songs?
You get the question. Don't bust her balls,
I guess I would
okay?
do Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Oh, man.
Take Me Out to the Crowd.
And what position would you play?
I would be not a belly itcher, that's for sure.
You mean like you saying that baseball players always itching their bellies?
But that's a common phrase that people want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Oh, well, I played softball and we used to have cheers that we had to say.
Oh, you played softball.
Oh, it was
Interesting.
so annoying. We had to play, I volleyball, basketball, softball, track.
I play volleyball.
Sure. Anyway, I played softball and we used to have to say these stupid chants and it was so annoying. And my stupid coach, Coach Davidson, I'm calling you out.
You have enemies.
Ooh, I have enemies. I don't like this lady at all. First of all, she had a mushroom haircut. Her hair looked like a mushroom.
So like
It was like
nuclear.
poofy. Yeah,
kind of
exactly. That is
thing?
literally what it looked like. It was like shaved on the sides and like a big mushroom on the top. And she got in a wreck and hurt her knee. And I remember one time I asked her, because she coached volleyball too when we were little, I asked her, we were doing this drill and you're supposed to run through and pass the ball. And I said, well, she wanted us to fall to our knees to pass the ball like on our knee pads. And I said, well, couldn't I just run through it if I don't have to slide onto my knees? And she started crying in gym class and said, I wish I had knees to slide on. And everybody was looking at me like, you bitch, how could you? And I'm
She
like,
didn't have knees?
she had fucking knees. Maybe they weren't real. Maybe they were fake. But you know what? In volleyball, you're not supposed to slide onto your knees. So I was right all along,
Do you have
Coach
pads?
Davidson. I was right and you were wrong, and fuck your fake synthetic knees. Anyway, we used to have to say cheers in softball. Like,
Why'd you tell that
rolling,
story?
rolling, pitchers going bowling. Get those worms some helmets. Just made me think of it when you talked about softball. I could ask you why
didn't
you
talk
tell a
about-
lot of
I didn't
stories.
talk
I
about
could ask you why
softball.
you do a lot of things. Why did you just read the entire lyrics to the Friends theme song?
Well, that might be edited out. We don't know. Someone should edit it out.
If I have the ability to do that, I will. I will. But now that I've mentioned it, it's probably going to be in there.
This is
Are
bullshit.
you happy? Are you happy now?
No, because it should have been edited out. We're talking about trusting a friend. I thought I could trust you to make me sound good.
We have one last question. One final question.
Of the cold. Ooh, we should call this like the cull.
The culling.
The cull.
So that way when people listen to it, they're like, the fuck?
And then we'll do the culling part 2.
Yeah.
This time it's culling.
Okay, this question comes from @Bishop55B. What a coincidence.
It's a religious leader.
@Bishop55B asks, how do you know when someone truly likes you or thinks you're friends? This is a great question because it definitely applies to the two of us, because it's a question I wonder all the time. Does Joe really like me? Does Joe really think we're friends?
This podcast means so much to me.
Oh, God.
What was the question?
I think it does mean something to you, though. I think this friendship means something to you. What's it gonna take for me to get the truth out of you? What's it gonna take, Joe? Am I gonna have to be standing in front of a train? And am I gonna have to be outside of your house? Am I gonna have to sneak into your house? Am I gonna have to crawl up on top of you in the bed and whisper into your ear? What's it gonna take?
Why
I'll do it.
How would that
I'll do all of
be
it.
what I need?
I subliminally be like, hey, tell Laura that you're friends. And like in your ear while you're sleeping.
I see.
And I'll cut off a little bit
But
of
is
your
that
hair
what you
and put it
want?
into a locket.
Do you want friendship if it's manipulated?
No, I don't. I want it to be real. I guess I want it to be real. I feel like I've given a lot and I'm just ready I'm ready to be given to. Okay. Sometimes you don't want to just give. Sometimes you want to receive.
Yeah. It's sort of like Brussels sprouts where, yes, I like eating them, but I
you
also like burping them into your face.
Yeah. Great.
It's kind of beautiful.
It is.
And maybe that honestly is the definition of friendship.
Sharing.
Is the give and take and the expulsion of gas.
Sure.
I really don't know, because that is the weird thing. You don't really know.
You don't.
Because even if someone tells you, oh, we're friends, like they might not be telling the truth.
Yep.
So.
And I have found myself, in all honesty.
I think it's a time thing. I think it gets proven over time.
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Okay. So we're not in that far yet. So only time will tell. The Culling, part 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we even answered any of these questions, and I don't know if anything that we said is helpful to any of the listeners, but definitely the Brussels sprout analogy is going to hit home for someone out there. Someone's going to go, wow, like the light bulb's going to go off.
Yeah. Anyone who's
moment.
had a lot of Brussels sprouts in one sitting
Oh, sure.
knows exactly the effects it has, and then they'll know what we're talking
Kind
about.
of like drinking beet juice.
Maybe we should put a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode and say, like, if you haven't eaten a lot of Brussels sprouts, stop the episode,
Right.
cook some up, 400 degrees, little olive oil, salt, pepper,
Yep.
eat them, see what happens to your body, and then listen to
And
the
then
episode.
check back in. Exactly. Because then you're going to be right on the same page with us.
Because it's almost like you need to do the homework before the test.
And with that, we're going to leave you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Heavy Friending.
The Culling.
The Culling.
And I hope you will ask us questions in the future.
You're just looking so directly at me that it made me feel like when you said ask us questions in the future, you were talking to me.
I know I was looking at you, but I did have sort of a glazed feeling.
Oh, I can't see your feelings. Okay.
You can tell.
That's another thing about friendship. You can't see someone's feelings, guys. You got to be
You can
vocal.
read people. The more you hang out, you can read. You say, oh, that's his glazed donut face.
Oh, I could eat a glazed donut right now.
You want to go?